Our next storyteller is the winner from Wanakena. Please welcome Alan Ditch. I just want to make sure this is the right. Does that feel right?
Yes, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh. Hello. I'm going to tell you a story about a footbridge. Not a footbridge over a little creek or brook somewhere. It's about a historic suspension bridge that spans the Oswegatchie River in Wanakena. It was built in 1902, and it was built so that the workers in the town could cross the bridge to get to the mills on the other side. It's the landmark in Wanakena. I first crossed the bridge, and it was really amazing. You walk on the bridge, and it starts to bounce. And it squeaks, and it creaks, and it sways back and forth. You get out to the middle of the bridge, and there's a beautiful view upstream and downstream. And I fell in love with the bridge. I fell in love with Wanakena. And I bought a little house, one of the old logging houses, and I used it on weekends during the summer. When I retired, I decided I didn't want to live in the city anymore, so I decided I was going to move to Wanakena year-round. And it was beautiful. It's a great place to live. You can't get tired of taking a bridge walk. I take my dog there at least every day. We walk the bridge, and I meet neighbors, I meet hikers, I meet kids fishing off the bridge, and occasional wedding parties. When I lost my place. When I moved to Wanakena, I became part of the community, and I joined the Wanakena Historical Association. And after a short time, I became the president. And timing is everything, because sometimes some very strange things can happen that are unexpected. In February of 2014, the river was freezing and thawing. We didn't know if it was winter or spring. It was very confusing, and the ice kept coming down river every time we had a thaw. And so the ice kept coming down and piling up just a little ways from the bridge. And everybody was getting quite nervous that something bad was going to happen. About the fourth time the river thawed, it started to rain very, very hard. And this was not a good sign. I was home, and my friend Rick came down my driveway at about 50 miles an hour. He stops at my door, and he bangs on the door, and he says, "The bridge is out. The bridge is out. You've got to come down. You've got to bring your camera." We got down to the bridge, and I saw the bridge was laying on its side on a pile of ice. I saw that the river was still bringing huge icebergs down and pushing the bridge further away from its stand. I saw that the ice was jamming the river so much it was flooding both sides of the river. There were icebergs the size of small boats. There was propane tanks floating in people's yard. It was a sad event. And I also saw my neighbors standing around like they were at a funeral, watching our beloved bridge kind of die. The bridge stayed in the water until June, which really was hard to take. Every time you took a walk, you could see the bridge laying in the water. A couple days after the bridge went out, the town of Fine held a meeting and told us that they had no money to rebuild the bridge, that they only were going to take it out of the water so that it could be demolished. So our historical association met, and we agreed that we had to save the bridge. It was our legacy. So we talked about how much it might cost, how we could do this, and we decided that we just had to save our bridge. So we met with the town board, and we said that we would pay to have the bridge rebuilt. The town took out a $250,000 loan, and we had to sign that we would repay the town for rebuilding the bridge. They took out a $250,000 loan, which is a lot of money, more than we ever thought it would take to rebuild the bridge. So what happened next was the community rallied. The community really supported us rebuilding the bridge. We held many, many fundraising events. Anytime somebody would suggest an idea for a fundraiser, we tried it. We had so many fundraisers, and we had a lot of fun, too. One of the fundraisers involved the Adirondack Executive Director of the the APA. And he and one of the state troopers volunteered. It's that time already? Okay, I've been rambling, so sorry. So we held all these events, and we ended up raising over $200,000, our little group. I mean, there's only like 40 people that live year-round in Wanakena. So I don't know, we were very successful. The cost for rebuilding the bridge was over $500,000, with the rest of the money coming from the state and the county. So we thought we were doing pretty well. And then we found out we still had $2,500 in debt. So we broadcast that, and we had two angels come out of the woodwork, and they donated the $2,500. And I'm just going to summarize here. The Wanakena's bridge didn't just connect two shores. It connected our community to the past. It connected us to the present, and it connected us to who we wanted to be. And I did a terrible job, so thank you.